Hello everybody, hope you're having a fantastic day today. Thank you so much for checking out the video. Today I'm going to be doing like a veteran's tips and tricks guide here, giving you guys some knowledge that I've learned from playing this game for over 100 hours now, almost 120 hours. And yeah, I think I got some useful information to show you here, so let's get into it. Okay, so one of the more useful things that I've learned, like, after you play this game for a bit, you're really gonna wanna, like, offload some of your stuff from your ship and just kind of make a lot of caps, unless you're, like, glitching or something like that. If you're doing that, then you won't have to worry about this, but I just want to say that the key, which is in the Crix star area galaxy, whatever you want to call it, you will get here fairly quick into the story mode. All you have to do is get arrested and you'll pretty much be here. But with that said, this is the best place to come for vendors. As you can see, there are 5 of them to come to here, and they're all in close proximity. Definitely the best place to come sell your stuff and get credits. And another thing too here is that if you do have a bounty on you, it can be a bit of a pain in the butt, like you'll be going back home or something like that, and you know, you'll have to pay it off or you'll get arrested and then you'll get stuff stolen from you. You may have some contraband. Well, I just want to throw it out there that you can quickly make an outpost on pretty much most planets anyway that have a good temperature level, and you can just make one of these bounty clearance service machines and pay off the bounty before you go anywhere. It's just a quicker way of doing it rather than maybe trying to get into a galaxy that is going to be patrolled by someone that has a bounty out on you. And then you can just delete the outpost like I did here, and yeah, it's like it never happened. And yeah, and you know, you could run into problems going back into your home planet as I'm showing here. I just don't want that to happen to you. Okay, so let's get into the perks a bit. Now, I do recommend fitness. It does take a long time to level up unless you just sit there and keep running out of oxygen. Trust me, you're going to want as much oxygen as you can get. A lot of this game is running. I found the pain tolerance one is working very well as well. It'll just basically lower or give you better damage reduction, or however you want to put it. You'll be able to take more bullets. Commerce, definitely one of the best perks. If I could recommend one, it's definitely this one. You need credits for a lot of stuff in this game. Weapons, ship parts, bounties, you know, stuff like that. So highly recommend that. I do recommend, you know, putting a lot of points into a weapon that you're going to use. If you're going to use rifles or shotguns or pistols, I suggest you stick to those if you're going to stick to anything. Highly recommend medicine as well. It does make your med packs, trauma packs, emergency kits, and all that work so much better. And of course, weapon engineering, spacesuit design, and outpost engineering, just so you can level up stuff and, you know, have more stuff accessible to you. Now, piloting, there's a little trick with this one. Although I do recommend it so you can eventually get C-class ships and better, you know, building materials for your ships, to level up this perk, what you have to do is you have to destroy ships. So you basically have to go out in your ship and destroy ships in order to rank this up, if that makes sense. And a good way to do that is you can come talk to this fellow right here, or just basically progress through the main quest, and you will eventually be brought to, or I should say, you'll be able to have access to the Vanguard Pilot Simulator. And this is such a good way to destroy the ships and get the challenges done, because you're not going to have to worry about getting a bounty. You're not going to have to worry about looking for ships to shoot. You can just go play this simulator and destroy as many as you want. I think the total you need is like 30. 30 ships until you are mastering the perks. So very useful, this simulator. And then, like I said, you can come here and destroy all the ships you want, and you will not have to worry about, like I said, bounties, or just, you know, wasting, well, not wasting ammo, or just, you know, getting blown up, per se. Very, very useful, rather than just going out looking for them. Now back to the perks as well, and as I was saying, yes, this another reason why you want to use piloting, or sorry, unlock piloting, is so you have the ability to pilot Class C ships. And if you want to get around the whole little solar system there that's available to you, you're definitely going to have to level this up. I highly recommend getting security leveled up as well. A lot of people say there's not good stuff behind lockpicking. I totally disagree. There is stuff that isn't the greatest, but there's a lot of good stuff. I've got some great early on weapons from lockpicking, and just a lot of good loot and credits from lockpicking. So I do highly recommend it. The other one here is, well, starship design as well, so you can have different, stuff for your ship, and payloads so you can carry more in your ship as well. I just want to say too, like I feel like rifles aren't getting a lot of love, so I just wanted to throw this out there, that the Beowulf is a great rifle. Especially semi-automatic. The ammo isn't too expensive, it's easy to get, and the ammo will last a while as well, and it definitely hits hard when you get an advanced Beowulf. That's all I'm using there is an advanced. You can see it took down that level 98, no problem there. And another thing to get into here is collecting junk. Now this game is not Fallout 4, and trust me, I've played my fair share of Fallout 4 and I want to pick up everything. Now if it says common manufactured component, then yes, you probably do want to pick it up. But there's a lot of stuff that looks like it, like you'll see like space tape or something like that it's called, or these books here, you think you can break it down into components, you can't. Or resources, I should say. So really all it is good for is selling. So just keep that in mind. You don't really need to pick up stuff unless it's good for crafting stuff. It's just going to weigh you down, and it does not weigh a lot. Of course, pick up weapons, ammo, and the cred sticks here as well. All that good stuff. Maybe avoid beer bottles and coffee cups, though, because you can't break it down. Now, for collecting resources, a neat little trick here is if you hold the trigger and the aim button at the same time, it doesn't seem like it makes a difference, but it does. You can actually get the ore or the resource at it twice as fast. And another thing to point out too is you don't even really need to go hunting for resources. More often than not, you'll probably find what you want at a vendor, as I was showing there. You can see there was tons of resources available there, and that was just one vendor. Now on to ships. I highly recommend that you build like a cargo type ship that has a ton of storage capacity, because your ships basically share a storage. Now it's not like you can build a big cargo ship and then go get, a fast, ship with great weapons and have no cargo limit. It doesn't really work like that, but it's still very useful because you can put your resources into this or whatever you just don't want to let go of. You can see here I switched to the Frontier, which I started modding here, and it only has 586 cargo, I think it said there. It wasn't a lot. And you can see here it still holds my resources when I switch ships from my big cargo ship, which was holding about 3,000 pounds or kilograms of stuff, which I'm going to show here. See, you can see I'm 3,237 out of 240, which is this ship's carrying limit. Now, when you do this, you can take stuff out of it, but you can't put it back in. It's kind of like your junk box or your ammo box in Fallout 76 and your Fallout First ran out. So that's kind of how that works. But just, I thought it was very useful information. Definitely have a big ship that you just want to put all your stuff onto. And yeah, definitely maybe use a fighter ship when you're going to go out fighting, and then use this one for convenience. I want to talk about the HABs too when you're building your ship. I just want to recommend the Captain's Quarters, the Science Lab, and the Demos Workshop, or just any workshop, because these will allow you to have all the workshops in your ship accessible to you, and a bed, so you can get that well-rested XP, which I'm going to show later on in the video. But yeah, it's just extremely convenient having all of these workbenches in your ship, so you can maybe do some research or work on a weapon or armor or anything like that. And if you didn't know too, another thing I forgot to point out about the vendors is that you can easily reset the credits. Like, it's not I know the vendors don't have a lot of credits in this game, so you're basically forced to just reset them. And to do that, all you do is just cash them out, you know, buy as much as you can from them and then cash them out. And then you just have to wait 24 hours local time twice. You have to sit there through it twice. But when you are done, most vendors, or pretty much all vendors that I'm aware of, will reset and you'll have all the caps accessible again to you to get off of them by selling them stuff. Another cool thing I figured out as well too is you can see I'm 252 meters from my ship. Well, I figured out that you have to be just under 250 meters in order to access your ship. You can see that I can't store stuff right now because I'm over 250. So we're just going to go down to 249, which I'm going to show here. And then you'll see that I'm able to put stuff in my ship. So just keep that in mind if you're overweight and you're trying to get stuff to your ship. You only have to be within 250 meters of it. And as you can see here, once I got to 249, I was able to start storing stuff in the ship. Which is extremely convenient because that, you know, after you've ran for 1,000 meters, that extra 250 is just refreshing not to have to run. It really is. A lot of running in this game. I cannot recommend enough that you save as much as possible. Quick saves as much as possible, and even save your game every once in a while. You never know when you're gonna want to go back or something errors or messes up. Trust me, I've played Fallout 4 for way too long, and trust me, save as much as possible. As I was saying earlier too, if you didn't know, well rested, you'd have to just, you know, go into bed for 1 minute basically, or 1 hour in game, or sorry, it's like 1 second and 1 day, or sorry, 1 hour in game. Oh my god, I couldn't get that right. And then you have 10% extra XP for 1 day in game. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the video, everybody. I'm sorry I ran through these so quickly. I really hope these help you guys, and thank you so much for watching, everyone. Have a great day.